Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maritzah if you are new here, and today we are trying out a new bronzer, which you guys know here on my channel I love me a good bronzer, so I picked up the Pat McGrath bronzer. I am a little late, I think it came out like maybe a month or two ago, and I'm finally picking it up and showing you guys if this bronzer is that girl or if me and Pat McGrath need to talk. Okay, so do they get to keep my money? Miss McGrath, do you get to keep my money? Or do we need to talk? So if you guys want to know how this Pat McGrath bronzer wears, what it looks like, if it can set well with a cream bronzer, if it can set well over top of a cream bronzer, or if you want to know if this bronzer is just good in general, go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do that, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and let's get right into this video.
If I gotta choose me, I won't be afraid to. If I gotta choose me, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Alright guys, so before we get into this bronzer, I already did a cream bronzer on the left side of my face with the NARS Laguna 0404 cream bronzer, because I want one side to be paired with a cream bronzer and then the other side being just the bronzer itself. So I will say, like, I did swatch the bronzer, which I'm going to do now for you guys, but when I was trying to do this for TikTok and Reels, I noticed that the bronzer feels very creamy and like almost like a cream to powder finish. Even though Sephora says that it's just a pressed powder, it feels very creamy. So I wiped it off. You can see like a little bit of it. Let me give you guys like a completely clean slate on my arm so you guys can get an idea of the bronzer itself and compared to my other bronzers. So the first swatch is going to be of the Pat McGrath. So we have this right here. Feels very creamy. It doesn't feel like a powder to me. Let me just clean up this line a little bit. Like, it feels like a powder, but it also has like a little bit of creaminess to it. So this is the Pat McGrath. And then what I used on the left side of my face is the NARS. I'm just going to use my finger and dip it in there just for the sake of timing, because it is supposed to rain later. And then here is the NARS. These are like pretty much almost the same color. One's just powder, this is the cream. So this is like really, really interesting how this is going to play out, because like they're so close in color. So I wonder like how well it's gonna set in, make it like stand out, or is it gonna just give it like that natural finish to it. So then this is the Milk Bronzer in Blitzed. I'm not a big fan of this one. It's very deep. For me, it's a very deep bronzer, which is good in general, but for me, it comes off very, very harsh when I do cream bronzer with this, with any foundation. And then next is the Mented Bronzer I have in Yacht Life. This is one of my favorite bronzers to set cream bronzers with. And this one is right here. So for my two powder bronzers, which are here, this is the Pat McGrath, this is the Mented Yacht Life. The Pat McGrath is definitely a lot richer, so it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like for real. And then, what other bronzer do I have? I'm not going to swatch the Made by Mitchell ones because I don't really use them. And then we have the Makeup by Mario one, which you guys know is another one of my favorites. I'm just showing you guys the color family, just showing you what it looks like in the range of bronzers I do have, so you guys can get a good idea of what the color looks like. And then this is Makeup by Mario right here. So it's pretty much in the same family, the Pat McGrath, which is here. It pretty much, it's giving, like I always say, it's giving cousins. It's in the right family, so I did a good job with that. I mean, there was only one deep shade. It was that one or the one above it, and the one above it looked like too pale red. So it was this shade or nothing. So I feel like it is going to do a really good job. These two, the NARS cream bronzer and the Pat McGrath, this is going to be a banger combination. Look how close they are in color. Like, they are really close in color. Like, it's kind of crazy. So I'm excited to set my face, my NARS side of my face with the Pat McGrath. Let me go ahead and clean this up, and then we're gonna go ahead and set my face and also do the other side with just the bronzer. For bronzer, I'm gonna be using the same brush I always use, which is the Alamar Cosmetics complexion brush. It just kind of gives that nice perfect angle here. So I am going to start off with the cream bronzer side just so that it can set itself. Well, I can set it, not set itself, but I can set it. Oh, and this is what it looks like. It's like a crown on there. It's like super cute packaging. Look how cute that is. I don't know if it's in focus. I hope so. Look how that cute and sleek that is. And I just love Pat McGrath. I have it on my face. I have the foundation on. I have the concealer, the under eye setting powder. Like the only thing I don't have is her blush. And I know her blush. I heard amazing things about it. I just haven't gotten around to it, but this is gonna make me get around to it, I promise. So we're just gonna go ahead and set this. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. After the milk bronzer, I kind of, okay, it's a lot richer than I thought. Like you can see that here. It's a little bit more muddy in person than on camera, but let me just continue to blend it out. Like this area right here got really muddy. So let me just blend it out. How do we feel? How do we feel? I don't know how I feel, so how do you guys feel? I don't have anything really to say right now. On its own, it's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. I like it. Okay. I don't have any words, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it doesn't feel like a bad thing, but it also doesn't feel like a phenomenal thing either. I'm going to take, oh, I threw it away. I'm gonna take my one brush for bronzer and clean it up, but I threw that away. So we're gonna use this brush. It's an old brush. Just to really like clean this up a little bit, blend it out some more, try and get some harshness out of here. I don't know how to feel. Like, I don't feel anything bad and I don't feel anything good. Like, I just kind of feel like neutral. I guess that's the best way to put it. I feel very neutral. Just warm this up a little bit more. And I will get my nose area. I just want to get the face first. All right, let's hit this nose. Okay. Let me finish the rest of my face and then I'll give my final thoughts because I still don't know how to feel. I guess I won't know how to feel until I finish my face. So I'm gonna finish my face and then I'm gonna give you guys a final thought because I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. All right, guys, so this is the final face. I like it. I really do like it. I feel like on camera I look a little bit more washed out, and I think that's because I re-upped on my Laura Mercier translucent honey powder, and I feel like it's a lot lighter than when I first got it. It gives a little bit more of a white cast than what I'm used to, so I think that's why I look washed out on camera, but in person I don't look washed out at all. And the bronzer is really, really nice. I think it blends nicely. It does have that little bit of a creaminess to it when you're like swatching it or applying it. It does apply very nicely, very butterly. There's a buttery, there you go, buttery like texture to it, even though it is a powder. It blends really, really nicely. I like the way it looks on its own, which is this side, I think you still look really bronze, but it's a subtle, soft bronze. It's not too, it's not like too harsh or super harsh. It's natural. And I think the same thing even when you go ahead and set a cream bronzer, it gives you that same finish. The muddiness around here kind of went away once I cleaned up the bronzer with translucent powder setting underneath, and then also like applying the blush. I think my face looks beautiful. It's giving walking Brad style. I don't know where I'm at in this video. I may have to refilm it so my eyes look different, because I realized I had spinach in my teeth, and I don't know if I had spinach in my teeth the whole entire time, but let's hope not. But if you guys see a different eye look, it's because of that reason. But my face looks gorgeous. The eyes are beautiful. And I think that this bronzer in itself is beautiful. I don't expect anything less from Pat McGrath, in all honesty. Am I going to pick up the blushes next? Absolutely. Most of my face is Pat McGrath. And the fact that the bronzer ties all of this together is everything that is needed for this collection. Like her collection stuff, I don't know if there's a whole collection on like this, but I know the Sublime collection, which is the foundation and the concealers, this is like the perfect final touch to it, because like my face just looks so picture ready. So if you are looking for that kind of product, that kind of a look, I would say head over to Pat McGrath for the bronzer, and then just anything else Pat McGrath. Again, she does do runway makeup, so it makes sense why you look camera ready. Like, this face is flawless, okay? Like, who is seeing me in the face department? Nobody, okay? Face is on 100. But aside from all that, no longer making this all about me, the bronzer is a really good bronzer. You guys saw the bronzing family that I showed you guys, and it fits in there. It's a really nice crest bronzer. I cannot stress that enough. The medium coverage is definitely there, but I feel like it's medium buildable and it's not too harsh. If you're my skin tone or deeper, if you're deeper than my skin tone, you may struggle with this bronzer because it doesn't run deeper than this. Hopefully she does extend her shade range. But if you are my complexion, even a little bit lighter, this bronzer will do you well. It's very, very pretty. I love it. My face looks really good. I'm gonna take some pictures, but yeah, so those are my final thoughts on the bronzer. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!